Welcome to episode number 2 of this NXT Rebuild. If you haven't checked out yesterday's video, make sure you do, because that was week 1 to 10, including the draft. What we have planned for today, of course, is week 11 through to 20. We're doing 10 weeks per episode up until Friday of this full 50-week MyGM series. We're trying to build NXT back to what I used to love about NXT before it turned to NXT 2.0, and I dislike it, I guess. I don't really give it a chance. I just dislike it. I don't like the colours. I prefer the black and gold. Anyway, as a brief recap, in case your memory has failed you and you can't remember yesterday's episode, we are currently trailing Adam Pearce's Raw. Yeah, but I'm alright with it, to be honest, because we are starting something special here, I do really think. We're about, about 50, 60 behind, maybe even 70 behind Adam Pearce in fans, 70,000 fans, and he does have a lot bigger of a budget. But that is mainly because we don't have the option of pairing these people up, or pairing these wrestlers up perfectly. What we are basically doing is picking people who were amazing in NXT when it was in its prime, who I consider to be more NXT than main roster. We discussed this yesterday, like Becky Lynch for me, I consider to be main roster, although she was good in NXT. And now I think we're starting to build something where we are growing eventually. Anyway, what we're doing today is we're going to fulfill the commissioner goal because Vito Champ is very good. We've also promised Shawn Michaels a title shot within 3 weeks. To be honest, he deserves it. Also, reason why we have Shawn Michaels, he was the manager, or he's a manager or a coach or whatever it was on NXT for a long period of time. So, as the only legend on there, I'm counting him. Samoa Joe promised you you'd interfere in a match on his behalf within 3 weeks. We haven't done that yet, but I'm sure we will in this episode. So our book show looks like this. Bianca Bella versus Dakota Kai. We're going to try and start a new rivalry. Both of their popularity has increased by quite a lot. Bianca Bella now at 75 and she's not even the champion. Then Finn Balor is cutting a promo because that was the commissioner goal, to cut a promo with Finn Balor. I'm alright with it. Mid-card. Now we have a new tag team. Of course, our previous tag team has ended, our tag team rivalry. So now Riddle and Kevin Owens are going to pair up with each other against new signing Johnny Gargano and Pete Bloody Dunne. Oh yeah. And we're doing a tables match because one of them is really good at it. I think it's Pete Dunne because we haven't used Johnny Gargano yet. Montez Ford is going to cut a promo for charity. We still don't quite know what we're going to do with the Street Profits after this. And then the main event, Tommaso Ciampa is versus Shawn Michaels. But because of the rivalry that Tommaso Ciampa has, a run-in by Keith Lee will be happening. Now, there are a few big names not featuring today, but because of stamina reasons. Shayna Bazer down to 20, Asuka down to 38, Joe to 39, and Angelo Dawkins, 48, 43 for Robert Roode. So they're all going to try and rest for the next couple of weeks. And we're going to use like promos if they are involved in rivalries. If not, because I think there's only 2 rivalries going on right now that are level 3. We got, of course, 4 weeks to fulfill that. We're running the Thunderdome again. And we have some extra bonuses for running the crew, the special effects, and the advertisement that we're doing. We're in Austin, Texas as well. Which, obviously, if you checked out WrestleMania, I hope you enjoyed it. That was where, in Texas, where it featured this weekend. Absolutely incredible. Both nights I've watched now. Amazing stuff. Very entertained. Bianca Bella versus Dakota Kai. Bianca wins. Does it start a new rivalry? It does. Now, we did mention in yesterday's episode whether the fact that we're doing the 50 week means that they don't start rivalries as much. I've noticed. I don't know. +5 on the promo. Yes, please, Finn Balor. That's amazing. Kevin Owens and Riddle, Johnny Gargano and Pete Dunne. Or Butch. Butch and Gargano have won. It's a great match too. Tables match. Ooh, no rivalry though. Didn't start a rivalry. Montez Ford for charity. Excellent promo. And then Tommaso Ciampa versus Shawn Michaels for the championship. Tommaso retains. I was pleased at that. Because then it means that we don't have to put Shawn Michaels in a in another rivalry to get the title bet off him. This is what we're coming up against, though. We're going to simulate the show, and then we get 2 weeks before the actual pay-per-view. We'll check in and see what they are doing. Overall, though, it's not bad. We lost out on the opener. They had a really good opener in a TLC match between Trent Seven and Alexander Wolf. Okay, they had a decent main event too, which was their tag team match that they've been running quite often, but our mid-card absolutely smashed. So, yeah, not bad. We gained 28,000 fans, a lot of money though. What did they do? We got a Vital Champ, which is good. They gained 15,000 fans, so we are gaining on them. And that's obviously because of this show that we're putting on. But as you can see here, Mace is their champion. That's hilarious. Right, week number 12 then. We're going to start things off with Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe. Of course, their rivalry is a level 3 out of 4, but we have the GM interference because we promised Joe that would happen within the next 2 weeks. We might as well get it over and done with so I don't forget. The self-promo of Tommaso Ciampa. He has asked for a rematch with Keith Lee, but with that rivalry being at level 3 out of 4, I think next week we do a title match on NXT, which will help obviously our ratings and everything like that, because then we'll have at least 2 weeks then to build for the next pay-per-view if they aren't at a level 4 by then. Mid-card, we're going to try something different for the tag team because the last one didn't start a rivalry. Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano putting them together against Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, of course, the Street Profits. Angelo Dawkins has had a little bit of a rest now. He is back to what I would consider a good, healthy stamina level, so we can put them in another tag team rivalry. And then, Riddle, he's going to call out Pete Dunne. Yeah, he's going to call out Pete Dunne. They both have decent popularity now at 65. That'll be a decent rivalry if we can kick things off. It's specialist versus specialist. And then the main event, Dakota Kai, she's going to have a title match against Shayna Bazer in a tables match. But Bianca Bella is going to do the run-in on Dakota Kai, which will cost her, or Dakota Kai will still manage to win because this game plays tricks on you sometimes. We're running the Thunderdome. We have our bonuses set as well, which are definitely helping. And I actually think now this is where we're at the point where we're going to start growing week in week and start dominating. We just need to catch them first. So Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, but we are interfering as William Regal. Samoa Joe wins because of our interference, I guess. It's an okay match, a level 4 rivalry now. We can pay that off perfectly. Tommaso Ciampa, it's a good promo rating. Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor. Can you get yourself into your first rivalry, Johnny? That would be great. No. I don't get it. Really, really don't get it. It's a good match anyway, so cheers, I guess. Riddle and Pete Dunne. It's mental, isn't it? New rivalry, excellent promo from Riddle. Love that. I absolutely adored that match, by the way, that they had on the weekend. Okay, bro. Love them. Bianca Bella doing the run-in then on Dakota Kai in a title match. Dakota Kai still wins. Amazing match, and it's a level 2 rivalry. Shayna Bazer has been injured, though. Ooh, okay. Now, the opening contest, T-Bar versus Jordan Devlin. Then we have a mid-card match that Delumis. They're not using any tags. John Cena's calling out Mace. Brilliant. And Natalya is going up against Becky Lynch. Okay. How do we... I think we smashed them there. Yeah, we do. We had a very good card, to be fair, and it gradually got better. So Natalya is now their new champ. Mental. All right. Is Dakota Kai, does that mean she's the new champ? Did she win by DQ? Did you see Regal stepping in to help Joe? Kevin Owens looked furious. Oh no, Shayna's injury looked really bad. Uh-oh. So, fans check. We only gained 17,000. We gained a lot of money, though. We also have injury rehab, so we can put that on Shayna, I guess. And then they gained 165 fans. That's the lowest I've ever seen. I think that's the lowest I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen minus, but that is definitely the lowest I've ever seen. They're gaining so much money, though. I've bought a couple of cards, by the way. I bought a Hell in a Cell one and a fixed match just in case there gets to the point where we need them. But we're at a good stage money-wise where I think we can afford to do so. Week 13, we start off with the same tag team, hoping that we can actually get a tag team rivalry going for the third time. Lucky, I guess. Dakota Kai is now going to call out Bianca Belair. By the way, she is the new champion too. So the champ with a new 80 popularity is going to call out Bianca Belair. Then Bianca's going to have a match against Asuka, which should be a decent one, to be fair. They match up quite well. The self-promo of Keith Lee, because he could be our new champion, and yet he has one of the lowest popularities on our roster. which I did not realise. Riddle is then going up against Pete Dunne in a tables match in the main event. Not a rivalry yet. No rivalries actually in the matches. We just got one rivalry that's ongoing there. Then we got a level 4 between Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. And a level 3 between Keith Lee and Tommaso Ciampa. But we was going to run the match with Tommaso Ciampa and Keith Lee. However, Trips has said to not use Tommaso Ciampa in the match, and we get a nice little card for it. So we decided not to do it. So, okay, let's open contest then. For God's sake, please give us a tag team rivalry. That's all I ask. Finn Balor. There we go. It's a great match too. Thank you very much. If we can get that every week, I'll be buzzing. Dakota Kai, Bianca Bella. It's a good promo. It's now a level 3 rivalry. We'll go on a pay-per-view coming up. That's a title match. I can smell it already. Asuka versus Bianca Belair. Asuka wins. Don't wipe out the rivalry, for Christ's sake. It's an okay match. Just my luck, it would do that, wouldn't it? I don't know how it works, but sometimes you can wipe the rivalry. I don't know whether it's just at level 1. Only a +1 from Keith Lee for his popularity. Okay. And then Riddle versus Pete Dunne in a tables match. Riddle with the win. New rivalry, level 2. Oh yeah, it's a level 2 rivalry. It is a new rivalry. So that's a good match then. That's fantastic. So not a bad show, I don't think. Let's actually simulate and see how they're running in towards the pay-per-view then with about 2 weeks left. So Natalya, an amazing match there. She retains. Rey Mysterio for charities, getting quite a lot of fans there. Io Shirai and Tamina. This is a good matchup. They got no tag teams again though, so they should be punished by that. Mediocre, and it's a new rivalry. John Cena calling out Mace again. It's a level 3 to a 4 rivalry. That's going to be paying off obviously soon. And Alexander Wolf versus Trent Seven, which seems to be a very long-winded rivalry. We've seen them go up against each other loads of times. Nothing. Does absolutely nothing for them. So they beat us in the opener, but we beat them in the mid-card and the main by 0.5. So overall we win. But how many fans have we gained? 14,000. We gained a lot of money. We got a contract negotiation. That's the reason why I did that and not put Tommaso Ciampa in a match. They gained 13,000 and they gained quite a lot of money. So we did gain slightly more fans, but not a lot. It's all down to pay-per-views now, I guess. Okay, so week number 14. Tommaso Ciampa is getting his grudge match against Keith Lee, which we promised him to happen this week. We also promised Johnny Gargano to have a main event match. Now, in 3 weeks, we've also have to provided Keith Lee with a partnership with Shawn Michaels. Okay, that's fine. So our opening contest is a TLC match between Ciampa and Keith Lee. Then we are calling out. Bianca Bella is going to call out Dakota Kai. It's a level 3. If we can get that to level 4, we can pay it off. This is obviously a level 3 too, so if that gets to level 4, we can pay it off properly. Robert Roode. We haven't given him a match for a while and his popularity's gone down. And if we book him, we get a free arena booking. So I'm going to do it against Shawn Michaels. If it starts a rivalry, then so be it. Samoa Joe, also his popularity is going down a little bit. So we're going to give him a self-promo in front of his match before Kevin Owens, which should be, that's a level 4 payoff too. Then Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor, Montez Ford, and Angelo Dawkins all going up against each other in that main event because Johnny Gargano has asked for it. In an Extreme Rules match too. Thunderdome, we've got a few of the bonuses going on that I only select the ones if they give us a bonus. It makes more sense to do so. We've got a big budget, but our show doesn't cost that much, and we seem to be gaining every single week, money-wise. So that's good. I'll keep checking the free agency. There's nobody there that's like really pushing all my buttons. I'm really only going to go for like permanent deals now. So Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee. Let's see. TLC match, 1-on-1. Ciampa wins. An amazing match too, and it's a level 4. Dakota Kai calling out Bianca Belair. Other way around, even. Bianca Belair. Level 4. Decent. So that's 2 level 4 rivalries at least, as well as the Kevin Owens one. Robert Roode and Shawn Michaels. Just a normal match in the middle of the card. 2 specialists as well. It's an okay match. Good. That's not bad. Samoa Joe, +6 for the promo. Let's go, Joe. I love that. Finn Balor, Johnny Gargano, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins. It's an Extreme Rules match too. Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor win. Great match. Does nothing for the rivalry though. It's a slow burner, I guess. Tamina and Io Shirai going into the main event, I'm guessing. No, because she's not champion, is she? Level 2 rivalry. Raquel Gonzalez doing a self-promo. Week -1. Ooh. Jinder versus Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio wins. Mediocre, level 2. John Cena's calling out Mace again. And then the main event, T-Bar, Jordan Devlin. I think they got an ongoing rivalry. It might be level 3. It is a level 3 now. A good match. I think we slapped them though. We got a 4-star, 2.5, and a 3.5. We absolutely destroyed them there. So that's really good going into the last week before the pay-per-view. We're getting 16,000 fans. $110,000. Shawn Michaels got himself disqualified, which is mental. Why would that happen when he's a babyface? We're still ranked second. They minus 5,000. Wow, that is hilarious. Their champion Mace, by the way, hasn't been on a show for so long. So we have gained hugely because they are minus. That's easy. That's keep doing it. I don't really care. Week number 15 then, it's SummerSlam from Calgary, Canada as well. So our opening contest is going to be for the NXT Championship. It's Keith Lee versus Tommaso Ciampa, and we're doing it in a tables match. So this should be the end of the rivalry. It's a level 4. Hopefully Tommaso Ciampa wins. And in fact, I do have a fixed match. So I'm going to fix it so that Tommaso Ciampa wins. For the simple reason that Keith Lee, he's moaning that he keeps losing to Tommaso Ciampa. And he wants to tag with Shawn Michaels. So going forward then, you can tag with Shawn Michaels and we can get that over and done with. Then we got Riddle calling out Pete Dunne. We also have this grudge match coming to an end. An Extreme Rules match is a rivalry of 4 out of 4. Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens. I'm excited for that one. Self-promo is Shawn Michaels. Then we have a mid-card match. Finn Balor, Johnny Gargano versus Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Then it's Asuka doing a self-promo, making sure that people still remember her. She hasn't been wrestling for a while. And then the main event, Bianca Bella versus Dakota Kai. In a Hell in a Cell match because I also bought a Hell in a Cell card. Oh yes. I thought I'd just quickly check the free agency and I seen Kyle O'Reilly for a permanent of $159,000 is definitely worth it. So in the next couple of weeks, I guess we will see Kyle O'Reilly. We could go for Nia Jax, but personally, I think I'm a better wrestler than Nia Jax. We've also used a couple of cards to make the arena and the veteran crew for free too, so we're making the most out of all the cards that we've got. This show is not going to cost us a lot of money, but I bet it will be an absolute barn burner. The opening match then for the NXT Championship, Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa wins. We knew that was going to happen anyway. Legendary match. Let's go. That's amazing. Riddle, Pete Dunne. Excellent promo. It's a level 3 now. Fantastic stuff. So far, so good. Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens in an Extreme Rules match. Samoa Joe wins. Oh, I'm excited for that because that means his popularity is going to go up even higher. Amazing match from you. Self-promo from Shawn Michaels. It's an excellent one too. Then we got Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor versus the Street Profits. How does this one play out? Street Profits win for now. Now it's only a level 2, but it's a classic match. That's fantastic. Asuka doing a self-promo, gaining 2 popularity there. And then this, a Hell in a Cell. Okay, Bianca, are you going to win? No, Dakota Kai retains. And it's a legendary match again. Wow. That is huge. Right, okay, so Dexter Lumis and Rey Mysterio, they're tagging up against Mace. What? So they're not even using Mace in a title match again. Unbelievable. So John Cena is just calling them out every single week. That is outrageous. I did forget to use Vital Champ, which I do have. That's an amazing match there. John Cena calling out Mace. What is going on there? Trent Seven, Alexander Wolf in a tables match. Trent wins. Rivalry complete. Only an amazing match. Jinder Mahal doing a self-promo. Gains 3 popularity. Becky Lynch versus Natalya in a Hell in a Cell. 2 Hell in a Cells at SummerSlam here. All women's matches as well. And a legendary match. I'm happy for them. I genuinely am. We got 2 legendary matches though. And 2, well, 1 4-star, 1 4.5. Which means we do actually win this battle out of everybody there. So that's great. We gain how many? Oh, 192,000 fans. Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano are both fantastic at TLC. Both of them. That's fantastic to know. We gained a little bit of money too. Health Spa +3. Good. And we've taken over as number 1 because they gained only 170,000. They still did well, but we did even better. And we take the lead. 5 more weeks end of this episode. Week number 16 then, our opener is a tag team match, and it's Keith Lee and Shawn Michaels. They wanted to tag team again with each other. That's fine. Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor is going to be their opponents, so I know it won't go into any rivalry. Then Samoa Joe is going to do a self promo, which I'm happy with because I think a good popularity there, and we can put them up against Shawn Michaels going forward. So that should be quite exciting. Asuka versus Shayna Bazer. Shayna Bazer wants a match. She's going to get one, but she's going to have Dakota Kai running in on her, who is, of course, the women's champion, which means I can give Asuka and Shayna a good match and start a new rivalry, hopefully with Dakota Kai. A role change. Kyle O'Reilly is going to role change to a heel. Yes, I think he's better as a heel, and I think we need some heels who are fighters. I think that's something that we might lack right now. And then Tommaso Ciampa versus Kevin Owens. I said that Samoa Joe is actually a fighter, but still. And I think maybe Finn Balor is. Finn Balor's also a fighter. All right, we're just going to have loads of fighters. But that's good, having all of the same, because that means when we get baby faces, we get loads of bruisers, and they match up very well against each other. Tommaso Ciampa, anyway, is going to get up against Kevin Owens in an Extreme Rules match. And this could be our title match for the next pay-per-view. Okay, so we're running the Thunderdome with some extra bonuses. That gives us some extra popularity and morale, etc. And we have a few weeks before, of course, the next pay-per-view. 4 weeks now before we go on to the next pay-per-view, which I'm not actually sure what it is. It might be like Hell in a Cell. I don't know. I've never gone past SummerSlam, to be fair. Okay, Shawn Michaels, Keith Lee. You wanted to tag team? Let's see it. How can you do it? Right, you win. Fair enough. And it's a great... Hold on then. Great match. Didn't see that happening. Samoa Joe. Didn't start a rivalry, of course. We already have one. Samoa Joe 4 for the promo. Yes, Samoa. Love it. Joe. Baszler wins despite the run-in. It's an okay match. No rivalry. Brilliant. Kyle O'Reilly, weak promo, but he's now a heel. Tommaso Ciampa versus Kevin Owens in an Extreme Rules match. Kevin Owens wins. He pins the champion, but it doesn't start a new rivalry. Okay. That's a weird one. They are... Oh my god, they've rested every... They're only using 6 people. We've won this. Easy. Look at that. They ain't going to beat us there. We only gained 393. 399. Ooh. See, this is why I've never gone any further. I've never seen it that low, and yet we put on a really good show. Oh my god, they've had minus 29,000 fans. That is huge. Wow. Alright, okay. Still got Mace as their champion, which I think is hilarious. Week 17 starts off with a tag team, the rivalry that we've got going on right now, which is absolutely fine. We do have slight stamina issues, I think, with Dawkins. But Montez Ford, it's in Chicago again, and he's told us he wants to wrestle in front of his family. Okay. Kevin Owens is going to call out Tommaso Ciampa then. He's just beat him. He's pinned the champion. He is entitled to a championship match, I think. Mid-card, Kyle O'Reilly and Robert Roode. I'm putting them in a tag team to see if they gel and if they start a new rivalry. Shawn Michaels and Keith Lee. I did say that I wasn't going to put them in a match. However, it did come that they are actually really good in a match together. So we're going to see how that plays out, really. If it starts a new rivalry, then fantastic. And then we got Samoa Joe calling out Shawn Michaels. So then we can have... Shawn Michaels can have a tag team rivalry and a singles rivalry for the next 2 pay-per-views. Riddle versus Pete Dunne is the main event. It's a tables match. It's a level 3 rivalry right now. We're going to take that to level 4. And it's Extreme Rules for the next pay-per-view. I've just checked. So that should be good. And obviously, everything will be extreme as we go into that pay-per-view. Tag team match to start things off then. Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford wins in front of his home crowd. It's a great match too. Does nothing for the rivalry. Okay. Kevin Owens, Tommaso Ciampa. Excellent promo. New rivalry. Perfect. Let's see what this one does then. They wanted a tag team. They've shown that they can do it quite well together. It's a good match. No rivalry, though. Now, Samoa Joe is going to call out Shawn Michaels. Excellent promo. New rivalry. That's how it's done. Call outs. They're actually working at this point. Riddle versus Pete Dunne, because matches aren't, unless this one does. No! Still, no matches progressed any rivalries whatsoever. Oh my god, they finally got a main event. They finally have, I mean, we need to see it. We need to see Mace versus John Cena to see how that plays out. So the rivalry goes to level 4 of that one. Akira Tozawa +1. Popularity, Jinder Mahal 67. Wow, they've done quite well with Jinder Mahal, because that is fairly high. OK promo, level 3. Tyler Bates calling out Akira Tozawa. Tozawa's only at level 49 for his popularity. That's quite low. But Mace, as champion, is 55. Amazing. John Cena, that surely they're going to be wishing for John Cena to win. Yeah, he's now the new champ. He's now the new champ. It's a good promo from them. All right, so we kind of draw that, I think. How do we do? We lost 2,000 fans. Ooh, that's not great, is it? Is this what's going to happen now then? All right, okay. They lost though 14,000, so they lost a lot more than us, but they're gaining a lot of money. This is where it gets a little bit hard then. I've never seen it start like losing fans before. I've never really got to that point in my GM mode. I've only ever done the 15 weeks, and I only went to SummerSlam before on one occasion, but I never went any further. Week 18 then. Now we're in a very transitional period where a lot of rivalries haven't really started, or they're still at level 1. So our opener, Finn Balor, has asked us to have a singles match. So I said yes, we're going to do it against Shawn Michaels in a tables match, but Samoa Joe's going to do the running on Shawn Michaels, so hopefully that goes to level 2. Call out, Tommaso Ciampa's going to call out Kevin Owens after he lost against him last week, but Kevin Owens does have a match tonight. Mid-card, Asuka is also asked to have a match against Shayna Bazer, which we're going to do, but Dakota Kai, because she is champion, is going to do the run-in on Shayna Bazer whilst that is happening to see if we can kickstart a rivalry there. And then Pete Dunne is going to call out Riddle obviously that's a level 3. We need that to go to level 4 before Extreme Rules in a couple of weeks. And then Robert Roode and Kyle O'Reilly, they're going to go as a tag team again against Riddle and Kevin Owens. They used to be a tag team, if you remember rightly. They're back with another tag team match. So let's see how that goes. We're at the Thunderdome with our bonuses. Okay, let's try not lose any fans this time round. Samoa Joe doing the run-in then on Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels still wins. He's the Heartbreak Kid after all. It's a level 2 rivalry. Great match too. Ciampa up to a level 2. Thank you very much. Asuka versus Shayna Bazer. Another run-in though. Turning into Attitude Era here. Just so many run-ins. Mediocre, no rivalry started. That's twice now Dakota Kai's running on Shayna Bazer. And Shayna Bazer's like, nah, I don't want to start a rivalry. I don't want the title belt. Pete Dunne to Matt Riddle. It's a level 4. And then Riddle, obviously, in the main event, as well as Kevin Owens. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Roode. Let's see. Does it start a rivalry? They both win. It doesn't. Is it because they're in other rivalries with people who aren't in this tag team? Can you start rivalries with the tag teams and singles as long as they're in the same rivalry? That's what I'm curious about right now. But looks like we lost actually, because they had a good start with that tables match and a good ending. Hell in a Cell. Okay, that's fine. Riddle's on a bit of a winning streak apparently to that. And we've lost fans again. We got special effects though, because we did what the commissioner goal was. They gained 10,000 fans. Oh, they're still ranked number 2, but they gained 10,000. We are a week before Extreme Rules, and we have our opening contest, a TLC match. The tag team, Finn Balor, Johnny Gargano. Let's try and get that to level 3, because to be honest, Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano, I want to stop them from being a tag team. They're bitching complaining about each other because they keep losing. Street Profits keep handing them L's. Never mind. Shawn Michaels is then going to call out Samoa Joe. Actually, we could do that the other way round, I guess. I know they are actually doing it because we want to guarantee it get to level 3 before the next pay-per-view. That's right. Then Asuka versus Bianca Bella. Then the main event is Kevin Owens versus Kyle O'Reilly with Tommaso Ciampa doing the run-in. Yes. Try and get that to a level 3, I believe. So then we have at least 3 or 4 payoffs at the next event. That's what I'm hoping, which is, of course, next week. Right, let's get this tag team done with, shall we? Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor finally win together. It's a classic. What? Wow, it is a TLC, I guess. And it's a level 3 rivalry. Same again next week, gents? I think so. Shawn Michaels calling out Samoa Joe. Takes it to a level 4. Perfect. Asuka and Bianca Belair in this one-on-one. Bianca Belair, of course, lost her championship. But she has started a new rivalry with Asuka. Wow. Okay. Call out. Samoa Joe calling out Shawn Michaels. We already know that's a level 4. Kevin Owens and Kyle O'Reilly, but Tommaso Ciampa is going to do the run-in, and Kevin Owens wins. Despite that, it's a good match though, because it's a tables match and it's a level 3 rivalry, something that we can pay off at the next pay-per-view. What do they have going into the pay-per-view then? T-Bar and Jordan Devlin. This seems like it's been going on for ages. Great match, self-promo Raquel Gonzalez. That's all we see you do. It's week 1 as well. Tyler Bate, Akira Tozawa. They just had a Hell in a Cell. They've just got a normal match on Raw. Mediocre, level 3. Jinder Mahal calling out Rey Mysterio and then Mace versus John Cena. Before, obviously, I'm guessing they're going to have another rematch. A good match. That's a poor showing from them. That's a really poor showing. We had a classic in the opener, and let me just remind you of that one. Good. Okay. We gained fans. Thank Christ for that. We're stopping losing fans. What do? They lost 11,000. Oh, we are in prime position now for Extreme Rules. It's Extreme Rules then, week number 20. And Pete Dunne is wrestling his final match for us before his contract runs out. I spoke to him, told him, I'm not renewing it. His popularity is only 57. I think we need to freshen up the roster when we can. Pete Dunne versus Riddle will cap off his time here at NXT. For now, at least. Keep him Riddle because he's very good, at least. I mean, he's permanent, I think, anyway. Self-promo, we've just signed a new superstar. It's Toni frickin' Storm. Yes, on a permanent deal as well. Toni Storm, welcome. Shawn Michaels versus Samoa Joe in a tables match. Level 4 rivalry. Self-promo, Keith Lee. We're going to try and keep Keith Lee in the mix somewhat. We're going to give him a promo. Then, mid-card, let's get this tag team rivalry out the door, shall we? And then we can put Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins against somebody else. Call out, Bianca Bella is going to call out Asuka to keep that rivalry brewing. And then Tommaso Ciampa versus Kevin Owens in an Extreme Rules match. It is a title match as well. So, we are in the Arena Extreme Rules. We've got our special effects, etc. Actually, the special effects is free today as well. I think I did a card for a tables. So I did put tables in the mid-card there. That should be an absolute banger. Plus, it's obviously a level 4 out of 5. Should have maybe have made it the main event. But we'll see. I wanted to make the title match main event. Opener. Pete Dunne Riddle. Riddle wins. Bye-bye, Pete. Thank you, mate. It's a legendary match as well. You've done us proud. Toni Storm. Excellent promo. +6. Perfect. Thank you, Tony. Welcome aboard. Shawn Michaels. Samoa Joe. How does this do? Shawn is the winner. Nice quick rivalry. Legendary match as well. Rivalry complete. Keith Lee. +5 for promos. Promos are doing very well for us. Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins in a TLC match. We've run it again. It's a classic. Rivalry complete. That's 3 rivalries complete. Call out that gross to level 2. And then Tommaso Ciampa, Kevin Owens. This should be a rivalry complete as well. Extreme Rules. Legendary match. Rivalry complete. What a show we've just put on. What a show. I think we just simulate theirs because theirs looks terrible. 5-star, 5-star, 4.5, 5-star. We absolutely bossed them. We really, really did. They didn't even have a... Oh, I know why they didn't have a championship match. Because I vetoed the champ. Amazing. So I think that was their women's title match. So 171,000 fans we gained. Yes. Love that. $110,000 too. Still ranked number 1 because they gained 130. How did they gain more fans than us? Or did they? I can't quite remember. My memory is awful. But still, this is how we're looking like. 90,000 extra fans than what they are in just these 10 weeks. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow will be another 10 weeks. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.